Kids lie because they are afraid we'll yell at them if they tell the truth. Right? So today's topic is, why do kids tell a lie? So they don't trust us to listen calmly. Right? The problem is not with the kids but with us. We are not strong enough to handle the truth. So we try to control what they say. When we get angry, we lose control of our minds. This makes us vulnerable to being controlled by others, even our own children. For example, when we are angry, our kids can easily push our buttons and make us even angrier, right? So, if we can't control our own emotions, how can we expect to control our kids' emotions? So, when we lose our temper, our kids feel helpless. They can't turn to us for help or for guidance because we are too busy being angry. We are so angry. So they can't share the feelings or emotions with us because they know we will just get angry and will not understand them. So they'll be scared to share their feelings after that, right? And will think, if I go to mom or if I go to dad, they won't understand me. So they'll turn to their friends instead, right? And their friends may guide them wrong because they are not experienced. So this leaves our kids feeling trapped and alone with no one to turn to instead of their friends. So they'll be less likely to come to us with their problems or feelings in the future because they know we will just get angry. So how can we expect our kids to be honest with us if we can't even control our own emotions? We want to hear what we want to hear, but not the truth. So this makes kids feel like they can't talk to us honestly. So they go to their friends instead, and that's where they get into trouble with peer pressure. So we need to be strong enough to listen to our kids without getting angry. We need to create a safe space where they feel comfortable telling us the truth. So when your child does something wrong and tells you about it, first stay calm and correct them with love. Don't say, I don't trust you anymore because you did like that. Because this makes them feel bad for telling the truth. Instead say, thank you for telling me. I'm happy you trust me and told me. I know you will learn from this and do better next time. And then give them a hug and let them know you are there to help, you are there to support. So always remember, when you are angry, avoid bringing up past mistakes. Never bring past mistakes because it can shatter your child's trust and make them hesitant to open up to you. Let past be past. Don't use past mistakes as a way to win an argument or prove a point. This can create a power imbalance and make your child feel like they can't trust you. If you do, you will break their trust, right? And they'll stop telling you the truth. Then you can't blame them for lying. You can't say, you lied to me. Of course, they will do that. Because you are the one who made them feel like they can't trust you. And most important, avoid teasing or joking about it, as this can damage their trust and make them more likely to lie. They will definitely lie in the future and not trust you. So when your child shares their feelings with you, it's essential to keep their trust. If you don't, they might go to friends for the advice, but their friends might not give them good guidance, right? So, this can leave your child feeling lonely, confused, and even depressed because they don't have a trusted adult to turn to. Okay, tell me, how would you feel if you told a friend something private and they told everyone else about it? How would you feel? And your friend made fun of you behind your back. And your friend used what you told them to make you feel bad or guilty. How would you feel? You would probably feel betrayed, hurt, embarrassed, ashamed, untrusted, right? So it's not a good feeling when someone breaks your trust like that. Same way, if a child shares something with a parent, trusting them completely, and then the parents scold them or uses that information against them when they are angry, the child will feel extremely hurt and betrayed. Right? They will think, Ma, Dad, I trusted you with my secret. And you broke that trust? You used what I told you to yell at me and make me feel bad? So the child will feel like they can't trust their parent anymore. And that's a very sad and scary feeling for a child. Your child will feel betrayed and they might not want to tell you things anymore. They'll feel like they can't trust you with their secrets. They will think he did the biggest mistake of sharing with you and you are not worthy of sharing anything. So who's to blame? Who's the one to be blamed? The child or the parent? It's the parent who made the child stop sharing, right? So the parent closed the child's heart to sharing. By not keeping their trust, the parent created a barrier that prevents the child from opening up. So it's the mistake of the parent. We often complain that kids don't listen to us. But the truth is, kids do listen to us. The first mistake we make is repeatedly telling them that they don't listen, you don't listen to me. So what kind of trust are we showing them by saying like that? We are essentially programming their minds with the idea they don't listen. Then we blame them for not listening. So it's illogical to expect a positive result from negative programming. It doesn't work that way. If we want kids to listen to us, we need to start by believing in them and trusting that they can listen. We need to focus on positive messages and encouragement rather than negative criticism and blame. We have to feed their mind with positive thoughts continuously. But for that, first we have to feed our brain with positive thoughts continuously. Example, if you are listening attentively to your boss, but they continue to scold you saying you are not listening, how would you feel? Would you continue to make an effort to listen to your boss? Eventually his words will stop affecting you and you will truly stop listening to him. When you were listening to your boss, he didn't appreciate you. So you stopped investing emotional energy into his opinions. Ironically, your boss didn't realize that his negative comments and rejection had driven you away, causing you to tune him out. So the boss thinks he is in control. But ironically, he is becoming a victim of his own behavior. He is feeling insecure inside his heart, worrying that people won't listen to him or respect him. That's why he's trying to control others. Same way, if you work hard all day trying to please your husband, but he says, "What do you do all day? You just sit around the house doing nothing." It can be hurtful, right? So, if he repeats this criticism, it will likely affect you less and less. You may start to tune your husband out, and his words will lose their power to hurt you. You'll realize that his criticism is unjustified and doesn't reflect the effort you put into taking care of the household and your relationship. And you will think, he always says that. Now it doesn't affect me at all. Similarly, when parents try to control their kids through constant criticism and negative comments, that you don't listen to me, you are not listening to me. And then parents may think they are in charge, they are in control. However, the child may only listen out of fear, not out of happiness or respect. So fear is not the same as respect, right? By continuously giving their child negative energy or giving a child a negative energy, parents can actually create a power dynamic where the child eventually stops listening to them altogether. So the child's feelings of resentment and hurt can lead them to tune out their parents' words, rendering them powerless. In this scenario, who is responsible for the parents' loss of power? Is it the child? Or is it the parent themselves? So parents need to listen to their children first with acceptance and patience. To transfer positive energy to our children, we must first cultivate it within ourselves. We should first practice that. After all, we can only give to others what we already possess. So first, we should feed our mind with positive thoughts. So by practicing acceptance and trust, we can create an environment where our children feel comfortable telling the truth and listening to us with respect. Rather than focusing on external circumstances, we should focus on making positive affirmations. Even when our child doesn't listen, we should still acknowledge their potential by saying, "You are a good listener. I know you are listening to me. You're a good listener." So we should consistently affirm our trust in them, saying, "I trust that you listen to me, and I trust you are listening to me." Because this approach helps to build their self-esteem and encourages positive behavior. So instead of trying to control our kids, we should first control our own minds and own emotions. We can do this by telling ourselves, "I choose not to feel angry and irritated because negative emotions will stop me from teaching my kids in a peaceful way. So I want to share positive energy with my kids." When we have positive energy, it will automatically transfer to our kids and to other people around us. Children learn from what they see. So we need to train our own minds first. Okay, let's do a quiz with you all. Please write the answers in comment section. I would love to hear from you. So first question, what happens when we get angry and lose control of our emotions? Option A, A child feels safe and secure. Option B, a child feels scared and alone. Option C, a child becomes more obedient. And option D, a child starts to lie more. The next question. Why do kids lie to their parents? Option A, because they want to hurt their parents. Option B, because they are afraid of getting in trouble. Option C, because they want attention. Option D, because they are naturally dishonest. Question 3. What should parents do when the child shares their feelings with them? Option A, scold them for being weak. Option B, listen calmly and offer guidance. Option C, ignore their feelings. Option D, tell them to stop being emotional. Next question. Why is it important for parents to manage their own emotions? Option A, so they can control their child's behavior. Option B, so they can be more patient and understanding. Option C, so they can show their child who is boss. Option D, so they can avoid feeling guilty. Next question. What happens when parents constantly criticize and scold their child? Option A, the child becomes more confident and self-assured. Option B, the child starts to listen more and obey. Option C, the child becomes more resentful and less likely to listen. Option D, the child starts to lie more. So let me know in comment section if you want me to talk on some other topic. Thank you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.